What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back for another video, and this will be my 2018 Ohio Cup Series preview as the Indians welcome the Cincinnati Reds to Progressive Field for a 3-game series. Now, before I talk about this series against the Reds, they just announced the All-Star rosters, and the Indians have 5 guys going to DC to represent the Indians in the All-Star game. And those 5 players are Jose Ramirez, who will be starting in the All-Star game at third base. He is the best third baseman in the American League. Legit. I remember last year, Twins fans got triggered because they announced Jose Ramirez was starting over Miguel Sano. What a difference a year makes. Jose Ramirez is once again starting in the All-Star game, and Miguel Sano is, I believe, in single A. I think. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really care. But yeah, he hasn't been having a good year. I'll tell you that. Now, the Indians have 2 reserves, Francisco Lindor at shortstop and Michael Brantley in the outfield, and 2 pitchers. Corey Kluber, obviously. I mean, once again, he is having another Cy Young caliber year. And Trevor Bauer, who is having one hell of a year. So he definitely deserves the nod for the All-Star game. And he will be taking over for Justin Verlander, who is slated to start on July 15th. So obviously he will not be in the All-Star game. So pretty cool to see Trevor Bauer make the All-Star roster. So anyways, talking about this series against the Reds. Now, the Reds got some nice players. They got Scooter Gennett. They got Joey Votto. They got Raisel Iglesias, who is an Indians trade candidate, believe it or not. I heard the Indians have some interest in him, so we'll see what happens there. They got Billy Hamilton. And honestly, that's about it. You know, I mean, they're one of the worst teams in the league, although they're playing a lot better recently. You know, they recently had a nice 7-game winning streak. You know, they're not as horrible as they were when the season started, but don't get me wrong, they're still trash. And their stadium shows it. I mean, every time they show that hunk of junk, it's damn near empty. And people say Progressive Field is a dump. At least we sell out our stadium most of the time. Every time I see Great American Ballpark, that joint is damn near empty. Like, seriously? Really? And you think the Reds have better fans than us? Really? Seriously, man. Don't kid yourself. Now, pitching matchups for this series. Tomorrow night, it will be Mike Clevinger on the mound for the Indians against Anthony DeSclafani. Trevor Bauer will go to the mound for the Indians on Tuesday against Sal Romano. And Carlos Carrasco will make his second start coming off the DL against Tyler Mahle. If you ask me, I think the Indians could very well sweep the Reds. I mean, if the top 4 in our lineup can get it going, like I know they can, it's a wrap for the Reds. I mean, dude, Francisco Lindor, Michael Brantley, Jose Ramirez, and Edwin Encarnacion, who, by the way, is a former Red. Like, good luck facing those guys. You know, and then, of course, you know, you get to those guys, then you get Yonder Alonso and Jason Kipnis and Yan Gomes and Tyler Naquin or Brandon Guyer. And then we got, Rajai Davis and Greg Allen. I mean, those final 2 slots in the lineup are interchangeable. But honestly, though, I think we can do a lot of damage against the Reds. I know their bullpen is absolute garbage. Aside from Raisel Iglesias, he's like one of the few bright spots they have. Now, if we have a lead, usually we would go to Andrew Miller, but he ain't coming back until after the All-Star break. So we're going to have to rely on Neil Ramirez and Oliver Perez to get the job done. And, of course, if we're leading in the ninth, we're going to give it off to our leading save getter, Cody Allen, and hopefully he can lock it down. So, honestly, I see us sweeping the Reds, but we'll see what happens. This is our second to last series before the All-Star break, as we will have the Yankees coming to town right before the All-Star break. So that's going to be a challenge. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Let's go, Tribe. Screw the Reds. Cincinnati's a dump. All right. I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out.